poured heavily on the roof of Government Model High School, a building older than anyone could remember. The walls smelled of damp wood. The floors creaked from age, and the hallways echoed with whispers even when empty. Amen, a shy but intelligent 14-year-old girl, had just transferred to this school after her father got a job in another city. She didn't know anyone. Her first day already felt strange. The school seemed too quiet, as if holding its breath. Her classroom was room 17, located at the very end of the corridor. Students avoided that area, walking quickly past it, eyes lowered. Amen didn't understand why, until she stepped inside. Room 17 felt cold. Not normal cold, unnatural cold. She could see her breath fog in the air. The fan spun slowly, even though the switches were off. But worst, a faint sound of chalk scratching on the board, though the teacher hadn't even arrived yet. Amen froze. Someone, or something, was writing. The words appeared slowly on the chalkboard as if drawn by an invisible hand. Don't sit in the last row. Her heart hammered. She looked around. Nobody else reacted. Students talked casually, not noticing the chalkboard at all. Was she the only one who saw it? Before she could understand, the writing vanished, wiped clean by invisible fingers. The classroom door slammed shut with a bang. Amen jolted, but the others barely glanced up. What kind of place is this? She whispered. The class teacher, Sir Raymond, arrived. His face was pale, his eyes tired, as if he hadn't slept in years. His calm voice couldn't hide the trembling in it. He called out, "Is anyone sitting in the last row?" Amen noticed something odd. The entire last row was empty, though the class was full. "No one sits there," said Sarah, a friendly girl next to Amen. "It's cursed." "Cursed?" Amen whispered. Sarah nodded slowly. 3 years ago, a girl named Mira sat there. She never went home. Amen felt her skin crawl. What happened to her? Sarah leaned closer. They found the classroom empty. Her books were on the desk, but she vanished. No one ever saw her again. The next day, something happened that pushed Amen over the edge. Sir Raymond began the science lesson, but the chalk in his hand snapped. He stepped aside to get another piece. The board, empty just a second ago, was now full of writing. Not handwriting, not chalk. It was written in dark red, dripping. "Bring her back." Students screamed. Sarah fainted. Sir Raymond collapsed to his knees, hands shaking. The lights burst one by one, pop, 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 until the room was dark. Amen heard heavy breathing behind her. She turned slowly. The same ghostly girl stood inches away from her. "Why are you here?" Amen whispered. The girl's lips barely moved. "She locked me here." "Who?" Amen asked, terrified yet desperate. The girl pointed toward the teacher's desk, and then disappeared. That evening, Amen stayed after school and followed Sir Raymond secretly. He walked toward the old storage building behind the school, the one everyone avoided. He unlocked the rusty door and slept inside. Amen waited a moment, then stepped in. Inside, dusty shelves, broken furniture, and old exam papers filled the room. But Sir Raymond was sitting on the floor with a photo in his hands. A girl's photo, Mara. His eyes were filled with tears. Amen stepped closer. "Sir, what happened to her?" Sir Raymond flinched. "You shouldn't be here. Please tell me," she whispered. "Her soul is trapped. I keep seeing her." He shut his eyes, pained. "She wasn't just my student. She was my daughter." Amen gasped. "Daughter?" She died because of me, he whispered. What do you mean? I punished her that day. She was late, so I made her sit alone in the last row, even though I knew about the room. Eamon shivered. When I came back after lunch, she was gone. Tears ran down his face. I heard her scream once, just once, and the door wouldn't open. Something took her, something ancient. Eamon felt a cold wave wash over her. Sir, the spirit wants something. He nodded. I know what it wants. The school is hiding something in that classroom, something that started this curse. Eamon whispered. We have to find it. They waited until midnight. The school was empty, silent, and swallowed in darkness. Eamon, Sir Remen, and Miss Ariba stood outside room 17 with flashlights. Sir Remen whispered, whatever happens, don't run. Spirits feed on fear. Eamon swallowed. Too late for that. He pushed the door. It opened by itself. The classroom looked the same yet different. The walls seemed darker. The desks were shifted into strange positions. The back row felt like a black hole. Then they all heard it. A child sobbing. Mara, Sir Remen whispered. The temperature dropped. Frost crawled across the windows. The spirit appeared slowly, her ghostly figure flickering like a candle flame. She pointed under the floor. Eamon understood. The thing she wants. It's buried below. Sir Remen and Eamon pried open the wooden floor. A hidden trapdoor appeared, covered in dust and scratches as if someone had tried escaping from inside. They opened it. A dark, foul-smelling hole stared back at them. Eamon climbed down with a flashlight. What she saw made her heart stop. Inside the underground space, dozens of old books, broken toys, and torn school bags lay scattered, belongings of missing students. Then she found something wrapped in cloth. An old diary. She opened it. The handwriting was shaky. It wasn't Mara's. It was from 20 years ago. We locked her in room 17. The ritual failed. She died screaming. Now she won't let any child leave. Eamon froze. A girl long before Mara was killed in a ritual by superstitious workers who thought she was cursed. Her spirit had turned vengeful, trapping innocent students for decades. That spirit wasn't Mara. It was something older, angrier, hungry, and it was still here. Eamon felt a presence behind her. She turned slowly. A tall, shadowy woman stood inches away, eyes glowing red, head twitching unnaturally, mouth stretched in an endless scream. Eamon stumbled back, breathing fast. The spirit shrieked. The walls shook. Dust fell from the ceiling. Eamon ran up the ladder. Close it, she screamed. Sir Remen slammed the trapdoor shut, but the shadowy figure punched from below, rattling it violently. She's coming, Eamon cried. The lights shattered. The walls cracked. The desks flew across the room. The spirit burst through the floor, her scream deafening. She grabbed Sir Remen, lifting him into the air. Eamon shouted, Stop! He didn't kill you. The spirit turned her hollow eyes toward Eamon. You were killed, Eamon said gently, tears in her eyes. You were a child, like Mara. Your pain trapped you here. The spirit's expression softened for a second, then twisted again in rage. She needs a diary, Miss Ariba shouted. Eamon threw the diary into the center of the room. The spirit froze. Then, slowly, she drifted toward the diary, touching it with trembling hands. Her form shifted from a monster to a small girl, broken, scared, alone. The ghost whispered, Let me go. Eamon nodded, voice shaking. You can go now. No one will hurt you again. The ghost closed her eyes. Light filled the room, and then she vanished. The temperature rose. The light stopped flickering. The room felt normal. For the first time in decades, room 17 was silent. Truly silent. The next morning, Eamon returned to the classroom. The back row no longer felt cold. The windows were clear. The chalkboard was clean. She sat for a moment, breathing deeply. Then she heard a soft whisper, not cold, not angry, gentle. "Thank you." A faint figure appeared, the real ghost she had helped. Mara, now peaceful, smiling. Sir Raymond entered, eyes filling with tears as he saw her. She whispered, "I'm free now, Papa." And with that, she faded away slowly, beautifully, like morning mist dissolving in sunlight. Sir Raymond fell to his knees, sobbing with relief. Eamon wiped her tears. Room 17 was no longer haunted. The curse was broken, but Eamon knew she would never forget what she had seen.